So here we go, Oulton Park Fosters. I'm in a Formula C today, nice and gently off the line. We need to give them a bit of space. This is a replay that I'm recording over because some idiot lost the recording. Oh wait, that was me. Yes, so it's a last to first challenge today. Don't want to go take too many liberties into the first corner, so we're going nice and slow, let the AI sort themselves out. And now we hit it. See, we might get this one here. A little bit slow on the racing line, got one. Don't want to clip that curb too much, now down to fifth. A little bit of a slide, it always slides through there, it's part of the setup I'm using. Always traffic jams into here. We're round the outside of one. One's on my right still. I had to get another one there. Squeeze him, squeeze. Lost the rear a touch, but you know, it all works out in the end, doesn't it? So still fifth, sixth. Come on, sixth. That's it. There we go. We don't really need sixth here in this car. You could rev it out in fifth, but I don't want to. No, I love this track, Oulton Park Fosters. I've probably said this before. It's very short. It's about 57-second lap, something like that. Now, braking down to the final corner, the AI is so slow through here, you can absolutely mug them off a lot of the time when there's other AIs involved. Or I can mug myself off by spinning up the rears. That's also an option. Now, running down for turn one, it's quite hard to get the air into here. They're very fast, especially my setup seems to hate this corner. I either seem to get no turning or I oversteer, but he appears to have gone out a bit wide there. He might still be on my left. I don't want to move too far over. No, there he goes, my mirrors. Click that curve right, lift, turn in, power, mid-corner to settle the rear back down. Now down to third or second through there. Second slightly faster, third's probably more stable. Yeah, out to the outside, flick it in. You want to cut as much of this corner as you dare. It sort of unsettles the rear of the car, puts a little bit of oversteer in it. You get a little bit of additional rotation actually out of that. Now down here, you could just leave this in fifth. I don't. I like to pop it up to sixth. Now down to fourth normally. Fourth. A little bit of oversteer there. You've got to be very careful coming off the brakes in this car. If you sort of lift, and then like drop the final 30%, it will spin on you or slide on you. Down to here, third gear. You can drop second. There we go. Nearly into the back of him. I might still get better drive than him. I normally do out of here. It's looking pretty good. He's behind me. Lovely. Back to having another go into turn one. No, he's blocked me off. Good bit of defending there from the AI, and I've lost the rear, but no attack from behind, so we're all okay. Cut that in like braking on that line. Brake down to second. Cut that. Hit the power. Don't hit the guy. Now, you're alongside here. I like to take a nice tight line so I can normally run side by side. He's tried to stick around my outside. He's run wide and he's still ahead. A little bit cheeky, probably on track limits, but I do that as well, so I'm not going to complain too much. It looks like we're going to do him into the final corner then. Or could it be called the penultimate corner, depending on how you define corners, because that's one. Then there's a little kink here, right, left. Could be another corner. Anyway, stop talking about that and let's get some overtakes done. There's another one gone. I hope. He's not appeared in my mirror yet. Shoving over, there we go, there he is. Is he going to stick one down my inside? No, he thought about it. I see him thinking about it and said, no you don't. I like to go nice and wide, then tuck back in. There's a good exit, slightly better than him. I'm pulling alongside, we're now equally alongside. He should appear in my mirror pretty soon. There he is. Nice, will he go for one down my inside? Looks alright, no, there he is. You look and you can't see him, and then he just appears. So that's why it's so easy to turn in on them and just like smash into them on the apex. That's alright, he might have got back path, but we can have another go at him. Big cut there, big cut, but that's given me a pretty good drive out of here all the way alongside, now pulling ahead. Big cut into there, so we leave him space on the outside. Where is he? Where is he? I don't actually know. He's all the way back. But he didn't even try to fight me around the outside there, apparently. Now nice, just gets a bit of cruising up to the back of the next pack. When I say cruising, I mean I am basically still driving flat out. A little bit easier in third. You always spin up one wheel out there because of the diff set I'm running. One quick overtake down there. Will we get a second? I think he's going to close me off. I might have a go down the inside thinking about it. No, it's not worth it. Is he going to stick one down my inside? Yes, he is. He's forced me off the track, but he was ahead when he did it, so arguably it's alright. I've kept my foot in it though. Now we're running alongside down to here where you don't really want to run alongside. Fortunately, he's backed out of it. I went down to fourth there just to make sure I didn't go too wide. He might be down my inside. No, well I hope he isn't because I've just lost the actual rear of the car, but somehow that transitioned into an overtake, a bit Nelson Piquet style, with his four-wheel drift around the outside of, I think, Senna in Hungary. I want to say 86. That can't be right. I'm sure Senna died in 84. No, Senna died in 94. Anyway, enough talking about that. We've already got an overtake done. We already had an overtake done back to us. Ooh, one round my right, round my outside. I want to go a little bit wide, just kind of cut him off. He's not going to stick his nose down there. If he is, we'll have a crash, won't we? I was slightly ahead, so I went for it. Now, nice and neat through there. We left a gap around the outside. He's backed off massively. You can see him in the left mirror, leading the pack. Nice and quiet now. Bit serene with only one engine going on. Got him done. Potentially he was round my outside. No, we've had a little nudge there. If I remember rightly, that gave me a little bit of rear left suspension damage, at like 5%, but not enough to really cause any problems, and also chipped about 2% off my rear wing. Unfortunately, I can't see that because this is the replay. But I have gone a little bit wide there. I'm going to blame the rear wing for that. I wasn't expecting the loss of downforce. In reality, I was just probably an idiot, but shh, don't tell them. Around the outside, keeping the wheel on the curbs, that'll be fine for Formula 1 track limits. Now, I'm right behind him here. Do I want to go for it? It's so easy to plough into the back of them when you do something like that, so I tend to back off a touch or try and change off line. So I've got a little bit of time to avoid ploughing into them and knocking my front wing off. And of course ruining their race now, looking down the inside potentially. They had a look but couldn't do it, locked up there. But then they always go a little bit too wide for the good exit. You want to keep that in a little bit. So about the camber there works with the car to help you get the power down. We're running alongside. He's still alongside. We're probably going to come round my outside. Yep, just swooped round me. Fair enough. I looked at it. I had to go. A little bit more dust kicked up by the 1-3 in front. Not. Then they're fighting side by side. He can get shoved off. He's got shoved off. We can have him here. Nice and clean. He keeps going wide, that guy, and he's finally gone too wide. Now I might have another one because he's gone a little bit wide here. I think I'll wait and do it on exit. There we go. Perfectly well on exit. It's the AI don't like to slide in this game. That's why half the time you can absolutely take the piss out of them in the rain. Ooh, oh, that was gentle. Not gentle, that was wide, but slidey. Nothing like lighting the rears up for a high-speed corner, is there, in about 4th gear in this car? Because there's not that much downforce. In a Formula 1 car, if you do that, you'll be in trouble, because the moment you get some yaw in it, you start to lose your downforce because you're not pushing the wings through the air the right way. But in these, their wings don't do that much, so the mechanical grip can actually save you a lot of the time. Although then again, that is the thing, they do slide a lot anyway. It's like, I think it was Charles Leclerc in 2018 that was saying about when he had to adapt from the Formula 2 to the Formula 1. It's the fact that the Formula 2 you can have a little bit of oversteer in your setup. Formula 1 you just can't do that. Whoa. We're okay, we're okay. So let's have a look down his inside, shall we? No, we're going to go for the nice clean move. Back on the power, down his inside. The switchback works pretty well there. That's 1. We might be 2. Another high-speed right-hander coming up to kill that front left. That's 2 now officially, but we need to fight him for it. We're trying to force him to close down the inside. If we really screwed his line in there by making so, yeah, you can have a Carl's whip down the inside, but then how are you going to make the corner? And that really helped me out here. Now P1, now I'm P3, P2 has just basically stopped. I've got past him. Now a nice clean battle for P1. So here we go, into my favourite overtaking spot. Pretty clean through there. Oh, we might get him here. We should get him here. But then we're on the wrong side for turn 1. On the wrong side for turn 1. I can't see my mirror yet. We're back across. Okay, I see him going down my inside and I let him go. I thought if I turn in, we're going to crash there. He was all over that curb. There was not much he could do about it. That was going to result in an incident, so I decided to back out of it now. That's a little bit late on those brakes. I've locked up. That's my fault. Back to P3. P4's pretty close behind as well. Never mind. We just need to head down. Nice and relaxed. Right, no mistakes through there. Good. Now, let's get that monkey off my back and get pushing, shall we? Oh, they're going side by side. That bodes well for me. One of them might get shoved wide or at least lose out on exit. One's wide, but he's managed to keep it in front. That's pretty good, actually. But then that has screwed the exit of P2 because he had to back off to not hit P1. They're teammates, aren't they? Yes. And that's back to P2. Let's have another go at P1 then. So we've got one more lap after this to do it. We've got 2 probably major overtaking opportunities into this corner now on this lap and into this corner on the next lap. Locked at the front left there. It's not great. Not a bad exit though. Not a bad exit. He's just squeezed me a little bit more than they normally do. I don't know where he's gone. He's on my left, but I'm on the wrong line for this. I don't think I've got quite enough speed to get in front of him before the corner. Yeah, he's round my outside, just keeping 2 wheels on within the Formula 1 style track limits, which is the curbs. Now I've got to go get him. Well, I had a look down there. It's too aggressive. That's going to kill my front lefts. I'll do that. Front left, I only got one, not in like a six-wheeler. Now, down here, he's got a very good exit behind me. I'm going to block him off a bit. Now I'm more worried about defending P2. I've blocked him off a little bit aggressively, but is he going to dive me into the corner? Yes, he just dived me into the corner. Luckily, we managed to do that without spinning. He's down to P4, but I've lost my opportunity into this corner. This needs to be an absolutely fantastic exit. Normally, I'd be able to do him probably quite easily out of here. To the line, I've gone too tight. Oh, I've balls out myself. Now I've gone wide on exit. Just keeping P2 will be good enough now. Just P2. Yep, I've got P2. Nice. I wanted P1, but you know what? I'll take it. Oh, balls. That's the cool down lap, but I've just wrecked it. I've done a Stroll and Vettel, Malaysia 2017. Anyway, that's goodbye from me, and I'll see you next time I do something sensible. Hopefully, I doubt it is me. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.